Happy Friday, everyone. Hello, it's Coach Ricardo Miller, and I got a word for you today. Yep, I've got a word for you today. I need you to capture this in your spirit. You got to decide that you're going to own this. See, you've got to tell yourself on a daily basis, I'm responsible for creating the life that I desire. Let me say that again. I'm responsible for creating the life I desire. I was created to win. Huh? I was created to win. I am not going to continue to live a life of frustration after frustration after frustration. I was destined to win. What I put my hands to is going to prosper. Okay? What I put my hands to is going to prosper. The rest of my life is going to be the best of my life. I want to help you capture certain principles, laws that governs humanity, that sets you up to win. No longer should you settle for less than you're capable of producing. No longer shall you settle for less than you're producing. You got to tell yourself, I'm responsible for creating the life I desire. You heard me correctly. So if you don't like where you are, you can change where you are. You're not a rock. You're not stuck. I'm not stuck. So on this beautiful Friday morning, there are so many people who are saying, I'm so looking forward to the weekend. Hey, I'm looking forward to today. I'm present within the day. I want you to learn how to be present. I want you to learn to understand that your life does not just come together. Your life doesn't just make itself. Okay? You got to stop allowing yourself to get these days. You've been given days, but you're not using your days wisely to ensure that you're constructing your life in an incredible way. Do me a favor. I want you to put on that notification bell on YouTube. I want you to share this with someone on Facebook, because there are a lot of people who don't understand how important relationships are. I want to talk about relationships. I want to talk about that tribe. I want to talk about your community. I want to talk about the people that's around you. That's what I want to talk about. It is a known fact that we are the average of the 5 people that we spend the most time with. The question is, who are you spending time with? Who are you spending time with? Are you liking what you're living? Are you enjoying where you are? Have you assessed your life to the degree that, who's in my life? Who's in my life? Are they helping or hurting? Are they helping or hurting? I want to be all that I was created to be. What I must accept is that the people that's around me, they play a role in either helping me move forward, or keeping me present where I am, or even pulling me back from where I don't want to go back to. The people in your life, they truly, truly matter. Don't take that lightly. I know you've heard people say, pay attention to your association. That really, really is a thing that is on your journey to living life effectively. That's something you need to look into. Yep. You want to look at your environment. You want to look at the people you've been hanging with. So I wrote down some things, because see, the thing is, most people, they want a good life, but they're not looking at their net worth. The net worth, your net worth and your network. You want to look at your network. The people that you are surrounding yourself with, that tribe, that community that you're building. I want to build a network that's built up to help me with my net worth. So over time, I'm coming up. I'm coming up. I'm coming up. And my net worth is going to show that. Okay? My community is going to show that. My tribe is going to show that. Make sure that you're surrounding yourself with quality people. I think it's Les Brown who says, he called it OQP. He called it OQP, only quality people. Only quality people. Now there are some people who's like, well, I like everybody and I'm just going to have everybody around me. Please, if that's you, that's fine. Go ahead. Just keep doing what you're doing. How's that working for you? Because oftentimes it's the same people who say, people always take advantage of me, and people, oh my goodness, my sister, my brother, my cousin, my friends, I'm just finding myself losing a life, not because of me, Vanessa, I'm not losing in life because of me. I'm losing in life because of, oh, my sister, or my cousin, or this person, or that person. And they're always pulling me back. They're pulling me down. And I'm not paying attention to the people that's around me. These people that are around me, I'm choosing to have around me, because over time you could decide, I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to change it up. I don't want people who are just takers in my life. Let me say it again. I don't want people that are just takers in my life. I need people who understand that, listen, there's this mutual equal level of exchange that needs to occur, where, we add value to each other. We add value to each other. I'm a big proponent for the concept of win-win. I believe you should get something out of it. I should get something out of it. I think you should add value to me. I think I should add value to you. I think as we're going up, I think it's important for us to realize that none of us should just be taking. Okay, we should not be taking. We should be coming on and accepting the fact that I want to add value in it. To be affiliated with me is to be better. For me to be affiliated with you is to be better. I'm talking win-win, baby. I'm talking about helping the people in your life to understand we're going up. We're going up. And the goal is to never come down. Okay, next stop, the top, right? Declaring that if the rest of my life is going to be the best of my life, I need to now pay attention to the people that are in my life. Who is it that's in your life that you've not been paying attention to? So watch this. I need you to capture this, right? You are as strong or weak as the strongest or weak link in your life. So if you're surrounded by a lot of weak people, chances are that's going to find itself affecting you. If you find yourself around a lot of strong people, chances are that's going to influence you. But one of the things I've been teaching my son, and I've used this in a number of my training, is that it's impossible to put your hands in a bucket of glue without some of that glue sticking to you. Okay, let me say that again. It's impossible to put your hands in a bucket of glue without some of that glue sticking to you. It's the understanding that birds of a feather do flock together, and that if you find yourself around good, high quality people, guess what's going to happen? That's going to rub off on you. Okay? Come on, it's going to rub off on you. But here's the deal. Strong people have a tendency of pushing you up. Weak, problematic people have a tendency of pulling you back and bringing you down. How many of y'all know, man? Listen, misery loves company. How many of y'all have ever seen, man, listen, you get close to some people where stuff is happening in their life, it's not happening in your life. It's like they're a magnet for problematic issues, man. Everywhere they go, they got issues. I used to have some homeboys back in the day. You go out with this dude, you're going to get in a fight. You know it's going to get in a fight. He going to walk in the small. What's up? What's up? People, hey, you need to be quiet. What do you mean I need to be quiet? What do you mean I need to be quiet? Tell your mother be quiet. Then the family, you call my mother? I said, dude, what? Man, not today, bro, not today. This dude tell me to be, I'm a full-grown man. What you talking about? Be quiet. See? So now if you hanging with a dude like that, I had to realize, man, I don't need to be hanging with no dudes who got temper issues, man, because the Lord's working on me. The Lord, and then you're hanging with them, and they're like, how come you didn't have my back? Man, everywhere you go, you want to get in a fight. Come on. Problematic people. I'm talking about people who are attracted to drama. I'm talking about people who love issues. Anybody know what I'm talking about? But guess what? They're not only problematic people. There are people who like being broke. All right? They spend all of what they have, and then they want to come over to you and borrow what you have, and then they want to push you to spend all that you have. And when before you know it, both of y'all are broken. Now y'all blaming the company. Well, these people need to pay more. They need to increase minimum wage. No, they need to increase your skill set in the classroom on helping you how to learn how to make more money. See, we could keep giving you money, but if you don't learn how to use the money that we're giving you, then you're going to find yourself blaming the system. Well, the government needs to do this. The company needs to do it. See, watch those people. Now, you can find yourself hanging out with some people who, listen, they make minimum wage, but guess what? They got 2 side hustles on the side, and they're making small levels of investments. And before you know it, they're coming up. They're coming up. They coming up. And you said, how in the world is she coming up? Because guess what? She may not have a degree, but she hanging with the bosses. She hanging with entrepreneurs. Come on. She hanging with people on the move. I remember years ago when I sat in Toastmasters, I was doing construction. And I was sitting on the back of a truck, okay, with other guys. I had my book in my hand, had my headset on, listening to Miles Monroe, talking about becoming a leader. And I thought, man, listen, daytime, I'm doing construction, hanging with dudes who all they want to do is talk about other people's success. While I was sitting under a tree, I'm under a grape tree, nice shaded leaf. Grape tree, if you're from the Bahamas, you would know what that means. I was sitting under a nice big shaded grape. Yeah, Ricardo, you don't hang with us, have lunch with us no more. Man, I gotta read this book, bro. Why are you always reading these books? I need to do something about my life, bro. Man, bro, you wasting your time. You know? Guess what? I'm not there anymore in the back of no truck. All right? Back then, I was getting paid $175 a week for 5 days. Okay? $175 a week. You can't pay me $175 for an hour for a presentation nowadays. Okay? Right? Just how shifting. But you know how many books I've read, how many certifications I've gone through? Do you know how much I've invested in myself over the past 24 years to be the guy who's no longer in the back of that truck? To make sure that I have the type of skill set to bring about value to humanity, to ensure that I can get paid for what I bring to earth and bring to the service market where people can give me an exchange for what I'm bringing to the table. Okay, and I had to start where I was. I started with washing cars. I started with selling pizza. I started working at Dollar Tree. I didn't care where I started, but I still had my book in my hand saying, I'm coming up. And guess what? Even though I worked in environments that was at the very lowest level of compensation, I made sure that my circle, the people I was hanging with, I was still in Toastmasters. I was attending Rotary Club meetings. I was attending the Chamber of Commerce meetings because I understood your circle matters. Your environment matters. And you got to tell yourself, listen, I can blame my way into old age, or I can develop myself into old age. I am going to take responsibility for my life. If I don't like where I am, I can change where I am. So here's the deal. Your net worth determines your net worth, right? Through these relationships, I want you to look at these relationships and I want you to start evaluating and assessing them, okay? Any of these ships can change your life. So we're talking about a couple of ships. Any of them can change your life. First one is friendship. Who is your friend? There are some people who have not taken the time to even study what is friendship. Who's a good friend? Oh, my friends take advantage of me. My friends take advantage of me. Why aren't you examining why are they your friends? And what do you want out of friendship? Who are you when it comes to being a friend? So then if you know who you are when it comes to being a friend, then you may need to look at, okay, this level of ship, this ship is not working for me. I need to go into a new ship. I need new friendship because this friendship here is not working. I'm going into a new ship. I'm going into this friendship over here that has value and that has the potential to help me to be a better person. Okay? I want the people in my life to add value to me. So my friendships matters. I'm in a ship that has friends. That's good for me. Okay? I'm in a ship that has friends. That's good for me. All friends aren't good for you. My mother was telling me that for years. I had no clue what she was saying. My mother was trying to tell me, man, son, you just got to be careful. Some of these people, they're not for you. And some of us are so needy. Some of us are so, unfortunately, unskilled in identifying who's not good and who is good that we just take everybody as they come, not realizing, man, listen, salt and sugar both look alike. Salt and sugar both look alike. And you got to know the difference of who's coming in your life. Who's coming to help, who's coming to hurt. Who's wanting me to be better, and who's actually just coming to suck the life out of me. All right? So there's friendship, but then there's another ship. Well, let's go into this next ship. It's called mentorship. Mentorship. So there are people in your life that's assigned to help you in the form of mentors. In the form of mentors. You're stuck on slow, stupid, or crazy to not embrace mentors. Mentorship is necessary for effective living. You got to know that someone is succeeding where you're failing. Someone is doing extremely well where you're having your greatest challenges. And mentorship is your way to the next level. Someone can help you get to where you're trying to go. But once again, you have to know that this is a ship. You have to decide to go on. You assess the quality and the service that's on the ship before you embrace the ship. Don't just jump on any ship. Don't just jump into friendship. Don't just jump into mentorship. Go ahead and assess the situation. Is this going to be a good friendship? Is this going to be a good mentorship for me? I need someone that's going to help me to be my best self. I need to be able to be in an environment that's going to work for me, not hurt me. If you keep saying people are so against me and people and people and people, come on. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. You don't got to stay stuck on going around the same challenge year in and year out, month in and month out, week in and week out. You just got to know, hey, some people are for you and some people are not. Now, there are people who are called to help you in the form of mentors. A mentor can help you to go where you're trying to go but haven't been able to go. But you have to learn how to listen. And there are people who have mentors in their life, but they don't listen to the mentors. Okay? I believe someone who has what you desire and they figured out how to get what you desire and you have access to them can serve as a mentor. Okay? We all know someone who is doing extremely well where we're not doing well. Most of us are not willing to do what is required to get what that person will provide to us in the form of mentorship to get us to where we're needing to go. You said, but I've always wanted to buy a house. You know somebody who's bought several houses. And if they would advise you in the form of being a mentor in your life, in a couple of years, you can have a house too. But you got to be willing to follow the instructions, the constructive criticism that is going to be given, because you're going to call it criticism, but it's not criticism. It's a lesson that's a tough lesson. It's the ugly truth that is going to be presented to you that you, if you're not developed enough to have tough skin to accept that you've been living wrong for a long time, and your life is a reflection of the decisions you've made up to this point, then you're going to find yourself keep on making the same decisions over and over and then wanting to blame other people. There is someone that is succeeding where you're failing. Someone is doing extremely well where you're not doing so well. Let them be. A mentor is someone a mentor can be someone who has figured out what you have not figured out and is willing to help you to get there. Some mentors are free. Some mentors you're going to have to pay for. Be it as it may, you got to declare, I don't want what I have, and I've identified someone who has what I have, or what I've identified, someone who have what I desire. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to embrace them. I'm going to embrace them in the form of a coach. I'm going to embrace them as a form of my mentor. I'm going to embrace them as a tutorer. I need help. Oh, there comes a time in your life where you have to start realizing the ships that you're on, they're hurting you. They're not helping you. These ships that you're on, you're in the basement of the ship. They ain't got, listen, when I did a cruise a couple of years ago, I realized all of the space on the ship is not created equal. Okay? All of the space on the ship. So that's the same thing when it comes to relationship. Okay? So when we think about relationship, all of the space when it comes to relationship is not created equal. There are some people I have helped to become who they have been created to be through the help of God with the wisdom that I've been able to mentor and assist them with through my coaching program. And then there are other people who have been close to me longer than those who haven't gotten anything from me. They're still stuck. They're still stuck. So in other words, they have relationship with me, but they don't have the relationship with me to the degree that it's mentorship. They have relationship, but they don't have mentorship, and they don't even have friendship. Because the friendship that they should have with me should be the value factor that, listen, we're coming up. And so even from a distance, good friendship adds value. Okay? So you want to make sure your friendship is adding value to you. You want to make sure that you find that on this ship that you're going to be on, you want mentorship. Okay? Mentorship. So the next one is leadership. Leadership. Okay? Stick with leadership too. Now, leadership and mentorship is two different things. Mentorship is someone who's going to advise you on what you could do to get to where you're trying to go. Leadership is someone just outright you're following. See, I've been teaching this in a couple of different environments. I'm a man in authority and I'm a man under authority. I don't think anybody is always in charge. I don't think anybody is always in charge. I think there are moments where we all have to find ourselves under authority at some point. And so with that said, when you're under authority, then you need to find out who's the leader in the space. So leadership, you want to pay attention to the ship that you're on when it comes to the leaders that's in your life. You want leaders in your life that are progressive. I'm so grateful for the people that I'm coming in contact with in this season of my life. I've gotten an opportunity to be able to go to a meeting where I'm connecting with the mayor and city council members. I love connecting back home with members of parliament, potential candidates that will be members of parliament. Just outright progressive people, business, corporate, ministerial leaders. Ministerial leaders. I'm here today to tell you that leadership matters. Leaders are those in front carrying us to something. Leaders are always in front. They're forerunners. They're the ones who are seeing where everything is going and oftentimes helping to push, create, and develop modules to go in that direction. So here's the deal. Find some incredible leaders and embrace their leadership. Embrace their leadership. And every leader, you don't need to know personally to embrace their leadership. You can be embracing someone's leadership from a distance and still benefit from them as a leader. You need leaders in your life. You need mentors in your life. You need friends in your life. Your friendship, your mentorship, your leadership structure that's set up around your life needs to be paid attention to. I don't listen to everybody. I'm going to say something right now that's going to sound harsh. Everybody's opinion doesn't matter. Let me say that again. Everybody's opinion does not matter. You know, I believed that 10 years ago, and I couldn't say that 10 years ago. I couldn't say that with confidence. I couldn't say that on a public platform like this. But everybody's opinion doesn't matter. And you'll be stuck on crazy to believe that everybody's opinion matters. You need friendship, and you need to evaluate that ship, because all friends ought not be on your ship. Okay? You need to identify that, listen, in your pursuit to grow, you need mentorship. You cannot get to where you're trying to go in and of yourself. So you need someone who has figured out how to make this thing work, and you need to submit yourself to the process. You can eliminate years having the right mentorship and having the right leadership in your life. Woo! Okay? Last but not least, fellowship. There's a ship that you need to it's the ship fellowship. This ship is the ship that you hang out on that speaks to just companionship. This is just, these are not necessarily friendship, but these are social settings where you know that, listen, your fellowship circle is solid. Your fellowship, okay? And you don't need no one-track fellowship group. Okay, you don't need just the faith fellowship group. Faith fellowship groups sometimes just they hurt you just as much as the gangs from the streets. You need well-balanced groups who understand when you're in fellowship, you're not in envy and you're not in strife and you're not in comparison and you're not trying to one-up anybody. Okay, you're not trying to one-up everybody. And you're not, listen, you don't need no fellowship. If you come dressed a certain kind of way, you feel pressure because you ain't dressed like the people in the group. And now you feeling pressure. I need to go buy, I need to dress, let me tell you something. The group that you're in should inspire you, but the group that you're in should not inspire you to a degree that it's causing you to feel some kind of way. So here's the deal. I think still the group shouldn't do anything to you more than what you expect the group should be doing to you. If you don't like what you're getting from the environments of these ships that you're on, then choose different ships. Choose different ship. Take control of your life and choose fellowship that work. Listen, there was a dude, I'm telling you, there's a guy, we were in fellowship. And let me tell you something, every time he would call me with just, he grieved my spirit. He just frustrated. I mean, he grieved my spirit. And then I had to ask myself, why am I in fellowship with someone who's grieving my spirit? There are too many people in the world for me to subject myself to this type of fellowship. You don't need this. He's no longer a friend. He's not been in the friendship for a while, but he is on the fellowship. And why are you fellowshipping with him when he is aggravating you more than he is helping you in any way? So I stopped answering the phone. I don't want to accept. And I said, anybody like that, I finally got to the place in my life where I realized some people don't need to be on my ship. There are too many people. Listen, not everybody's for you. Just like everybody don't eat mangoes, everybody don't eat fish, everybody don't eat steak, everybody don't eat shrimp, everybody don't eat ribs, everybody don't eat rice, everybody don't like salad, everybody don't like burgers, everybody don't like fried chicken. There are options in the world for a reason. And you got to know that not everybody's going to like your ship, and you're not going to like everybody else's ship. And I don't have to beat up you about your option. I just need to know mine. And I just need to know that I'm okay with the ship that I have. My fellowship is genuine. My fellowship is good. My fellowship is rich. My fellowship is awesome. Who made Ricardo mad today? I'm just trying to help somebody. Is this not good? Is this not good stuff? Nobody made me mad. I just think this is one of those things that you got to help people with. I think that just too many people don't realize you are responsible for developing and structuring the ships that's in your life. You're talking friendship. I don't like my friends. My friends have been well, pay attention to the people you're letting on your ship when it comes to friendship. I don't have nobody in my life who's helping me. What? Everybody knows someone who's doing well where they're not doing well. Okay? Subject yourself to the teacher, because the teacher don't need you. You need the teacher. Okay? And the statement is clear. It is true. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I'm just tired of being broke. Well, let me tell you something. You need a mentor to help you to stop being broke. Well, she told me some stuff, but I can't listen to her. That's why you are where you are. You're going to stay there for a long time because you're not honoring mentorship. You don't have no leadership in your life. You don't have no mentorship in your life. And you're talking about God is going to bring you through. The Bible says, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Okay? My people are destroyed. In other words, you are God's child. When you die, you're going to go to heaven, but on earth, you're going to have hell. On earth, you're going to have a hard time. On earth, you're going to find yourself not realizing that if you cannot assess your ships right, you're going to find yourself in the basement of a ship where it's going to be, you're in a great world. That's what the world is, but you get to build these ships. I was on a cruise ship, and I'm telling you, all cruise ship, their rooms are not created equal. All of their rooms are not created equal. And let me tell you something. You have to earn your right to have one of those presidential suites. Come on. You have to earn your right to have a balcony. Come on. You have to earn your right to have the bathroom the size enough for you to move around in with a few people inside of it to move in. Because some people go on the ship that they only got that little hole to look out of. Some people go on the ship, they don't even have a hole to look out on. They have to stay outside of their room because there is no hole. They can't even see outside of the room. It's just a bed to sleep in. Your ship, you're responsible for it. And you said, Ricardo, but I've not been good at dealing with these ships. Get help. Someone is assigned to help you. One of the greatest discoveries I've figured out in life is that you have to also have a skill to identify who's assigned to help, because someone is assigned to help you. We just have to know how to pursue the help. We have to know how to be prepared to pay the price to follow through on the instructions from the help. Good friends are available to all of us. Friends wanting to be on your ship, that's good, but you might not be in condition to attract bad friends. So now your ship is filled with bad friends. And so you think people are bad. It's just that you have not done well in learning how to identify what they call good friends. And then the same thing about mentors. Someone wants to help you, but when someone instructs you, you've gotten taught wrong about how instruction is supposed to be given. You're the one who needs help, but you want instruction given to you how you want instruction given to you. So you're going to stay stuck for a long time because I don't want nobody to talk to me like that. Are you tired of being sick, broke, and frustrated? Are you tired of going around the same mountain? I mean, year in and year out, everybody is progressing but you. And someone can help you, but they're not going to talk. Why are you thinking they're talking to you that way? What went wrong with you when you was a child? What went wrong with you when you were in school? Who messed with you to a degree that caused you to believe someone talking down to you when it's truth? The Bible teaches that the truth shall set you free. Get over yourself. Is it truth? Is it truth? And yeah, I can do a part 2 of this maybe at some point. You got to know, okay, who you hang around with. They affect your decisions. They affect your behavior. They affect your attitudes. Your decisions, your behaviors, your attitudes. Those ships are responsible for that. I'm Coach Ricardo Miller. Get the help necessary to taking you to the next level. If you don't like where you are, you can change where you are. Understand, help is available. The question is, are you prepared to put in the work? It's time to take control of your life. It's time for you to pull back for a moment and start identifying. I need to assess the ships that's in my life. What kind of ships are you building? I'm out, guys.